What's up, me woozers? It's Dev from Mtg, hanging out, drinking Hawaiian Punch out of a fancy glass right here. Very nice. Delicious, and showing off a little bit of this Abzan King deck that we put together here. Just a couple of games I want to get in with it, see how it does, because I've just put this thing together. I've not played a game with it yet. At all, so I don't know if it's good or not, but let me go through the thought process real quick here, because I think if you're trying to build a good mid-range deck right now, you probably put blue in it, along with green, because you want to play Oko, Hydroid Krasis, but I wanted to build a good mid-range deck without those cards. So this is what I've landed on here, for the time being at least. You know, you've got Gilded Goose in there, Once Upon a Time, Paradise Druid, all of this sort of either ramp or ways to, in the case of Once Upon a Time, find important cards. But Goose and Paradise Druid will help us ramp into stuff like Nissa. We can do that on turn 3 in this deck. We have that trick available to us. We've also got Kinrith, which we can get on turn 3 in this deck, and just start putting counters on our creatures or gaining a bunch of life or, reanimating stuff. So Kinrith is a really important card that can just get to beating down on them too some of the time. But we've got Liliana, Garruk in here, but one of the real cool cards is Kethis, the Hidden Hand. This is also a ramp spell, because pretty much everything above it on the curve, almost, is legendary. Questing Beast, Vraska, Kinrith, Nissa, Liliana, Garruk, so literally everything above it on the curve is legendary. So just about any spell after this we can ramp into effectively, or have other mana left open to do more stuff with. And then late in the game, this is kind of a reanimation tool, in a way, so I really like that about it too, with so many legendaries in the deck, and not just all the stuff I just named. There's Oath of Kaya in there too, so we get to almost, once a game, I would imagine, I would hope, if the game goes long, we're able to play something out of our graveyard and hopefully kind of match the long game value of these blue-green decks. So we'll have to wait and see how everything goes. Aside from that, Oath of Kaya, Murderous Rider, Assassin's Trophy, this is all removal, and then Black Lance Paragon. That's just another kind of removal piece. I wanted another 2-drop in the deck. I wanted a body, but I also kind of wanted a removal piece, so I think this is a really good compromise. And it's also a little bit of life gain sometimes, too, against the more aggro-y decks. So I like a lot about Paragon, but it's probably the softest slot in the deck right now. But again, I don't know. I haven't tried this thing out at all, but it looks good on paper to me. Sometimes we can go Paradise Druid into Questing Beast or something, or like I said, turn 3 Nissa, turn 3 Kinrith. These are all like really good plays right now. So if nothing else, we got that going for us, backed up by a nice suite of removal. Vraska in there to kill those Okos and Teferis and stuff. So let's see how everything works out. Let's go ahead and get into some games with the thing. All right, we got one against Therius here. I am so Therius, and it actually looks like a pretty decent start. Gilded Goose, we got Once Upon a Time for free. We can get Questing Beast to turn early. There's a Nissa in our hand. And it actually looks pretty good for a first game. This goes as my first game theory. First game is always going to be a good one. For almost any deck that you build on Arena, you somehow get the perfect hand. I'm not sure how that works. But I'm going to go ahead and Once Upon a Time here, see what we get. This is going to be a long first turn. Maybe they'll Once Upon a Time in response. Oh, they don't. I was kind of hoping for a Paradise Druid, but we did get a Kethis, and we can cast it too. So I like that. That'll help us get to the Nissa. We can get to Kethis on turn 2. Can we do that? Huh, yeah, so let's try it out. I know it's my go, buddy. Give me a second. I got a big decision to make here. We got a passive-aggressive person here, y'all. Let's have some fun. Let's put down the goose and honk at him, get a little food token. Does my voice sound weird when I talk at it? Oh, no, they're going to play Once Upon a Time. They're going to show us how it's done here. They're going to take like 2 seconds to do it. Yep, see? They got a Gilded Goose. They just want to make their turn one better. I already had my goose, Bubba. Gilded Goose. Probably could have predicted that one. We draw Liliana. That's pretty hot right there. So, alright, let's try and pull the trigger on this. Cast a Kethis. Now, So if we cast this, we can't necessarily cast Nissa or Questing Beast next turn. We still need a green source. So that's going to feel bad, but I'm still going to go for it. It's like part of the whole point of the deck, so yeah. Let's get green out of our goose here. And they decide to scoop. Maybe they had something to do. Alright, opponent goes first up against J Plaga here for this one. J Plaja? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, let's see. I don't love this opening hand like at all, but we got one spin of time to make it a little bit better. So let's see if we can make something of it here. It's possible to maybe get Kethis. Maybe, possibly, could be. So let's give it a shot here. Okay, we got Black Lance Paragon and Gilded Goose. We won't have a green source turn 1 for Gilded Goose. That's a tough choice. Opponent led on Forest. So let's view browser. I am annoying the crap out of my opponent, I'm sure. I do want a green source more than I want a Gilded Goose, I think. It's like we could just pop this for the green source. But one way or the other, see, we drew another one. That's hilarious. All right. Just leave it tapped, say go. At least we can get Kethis or Oath of Kaya or Murderous Rider. Well, we can't quite get Murderous Rider unless we absolutely pop Fable Passage. But there's a Paradise Druid. Okay, things are starting to look up. I'm not a huge fan of the Marrowleaf Pixie. Into Paradise Druid. Alright, so we match Mana Dork for Mana Dork here, but ours doesn't fly. It has hexproof, though. I don't really plan on targeting the Pixie with anything right now. There's a node code. Could have guessed that.
I will invert the world to watch kings grovel and worms rule. Surely you must be vanished.
I guess I like have to Murderous Rider this turn. Let's do that before they get any more value off of it. Fable Passage. Should have been Temple Guard. We can... There's a variety of things we can do next turn, but Nissa's probably the highest ticket item. Let's see if they do that this turn. Voracious Hydra. Okay. Gonna kill the P Diddy, so I guess we can't cast a Nissa next turn. Oh, alright, so. Watch how we do this. Hey, another Murderous Rider. That's pretty hot. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we should be able to do that. There's tapped. Forest. Kethis. Alright, buddy. Do you wake? A Wicked Wolf. Boo. You just can't keep a creature out. And there goes our game. That's going to be it for us, I would imagine. Ugh, God. Oath of Kaya doesn't even really do anything. Does a lot more than Paradise Druid, although Paradise Druid guarantees Nissa next turn, but Nissa doesn't even really do anything. It's hilarious that we can't Murderous Rider. Right, J Plaga, what's the final nail in the coffin? A Stone Coil Serpent. Whew, did it all without even having to get a Nissa, didn't you, buddy? I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. So yeah, let's good game him. Let's get out of here because that one was over as fast as the first one. Just in the opposite direction. I did not expect Stone Coil Serpent, but I expected pretty much all those other cards. And that is the deck that we are in a way trying to game against, the Oko deck too. We were able to remove the Oko in timely fashion, but that apparently didn't matter in the end. Alright, so let's see who we got next here. Strecken. Doing the Strecken checking. See what we got, Garrick. Alright, so we go first in this one, and we've got all the lands that we need, but we really don't have any early game action. We have a fair amount of defense, though, to get into the late game. We just have to draw good cards in the late game. This is not actually the makings of a great opening hand, if you ask me, but I'm still going to take it here. I'm really good at taking bad openers. Alright, so let's Temple. Try to scry into some business. We don't. Alright, so I don't particularly want that right now. But you know the rules. If I somehow smelled a Once Upon a Time. As soon as I dropped the Temple of Malady, the Scry trigger went on the stack. I was like, you gonna Once Upon a Time? They do for an Incubation Druid. There's an Overgrown Tomb tapped. Alright, so what do we do this turn, y'all? I say we just Temple again. Because I'm probably not going to waste a trophy on Inky over there. So let's do that. Overgrown Tomb. Man. I like lands. I don't like them that much. Altogether, we have lands in our hand and on the battlefield to make 5. So I think that's enough for right now. Of course, I'll draw the Garrick next turn. There's Inky. Alright, we get a Nissa. It's probably a pretty good card. I think I might actually go ahead and try to cut their legs out from under them here. Because if this is a ramp deck of some kind, I don't see Oath of Kaya really being like live against a whole lot of their creatures. Leafkin Druid, that's something it would have been live against, but I don't know. Incubation Druid's probably the better thing to kill right off the bat. Let's see. Guess we can Murderous Rider the Leafkin Druid and like really upset them, but that's probably not the right play. Let's see. Let's just tapped Temple Garden and say go. See what our opponent's doing here. It's Golgari deck, which we've seen a fair amount of since Field got banned. Literally yesterday, but I've been playing a lot of Arena. Probably, God, today and tomorrow combined, probably 12 hours at least. Alright, so it is Sultai. I was thinking it was going to become Sultai eventually. A lot of these new mid-range decks people are trying out are just Sultai by default. Which makes sense. You know, you get removal from the black half of your deck for the black third of your deck, and then you get Hydroid Krasis, Oko, Gilded Goose, Ramp, and stuff. So it makes plenty of sense. Sultai seems to be like the go-to option, but again, I was trying to do something specifically like other than Sultai. So, okay, so 2 Leafkin Druids, another in their hand. What are you trying to ramp to? I don't know, but we'll kill it on sight. Let's go ahead and Fabled Passage. Or Forest. It's Nissa. And get in here. Alright, let's see if they get their Nissa this turn. I mean, it's got to be in their deck, right? It's a guarantee. But we can just trophy or rider away their Nissa, so... Okay, Wicked Wolf, they're going to kill our land. Whatever. That's fine. I mean, honestly, that's a fine trade. I got more lands. You just got the one wolf. Still gonna cast Leafkin Druid here. Can do. And say go. Alright, so we are in a boss position at this point. We can just do stuff. Alright. Well. Yeah. Let's Oath of Kaya. Again, I'm not sure how relevant this Oath of Kaya is going to be in this matchup. So I'm just going to kill Leafkin Druid.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Get in. Alright, we hit again, so let's just play a Gilded Goose. Honk and say go. Still got Trophy up. It's like Hydroid Crace is probably this turn. Oh, Wicked Wolf. Kill another one of our lands. But I guess if you want to, man. Kill the goose. Alright. Keep the Wicked Wolf alive. I can understand that. And Paradise here, they're out of cards in their hands, so... I mean, I don't want to say we've got it wrapped up. Let's, Assassin's Trophy the Wolf away. Because, I mean, they've got all the lands in the world anyway, right? Wonder if they'll get a blue source. We'll see. Green. Alright. Just keep giving me the forests. I guess I'm fine with that.
The land shall conquer you.
Get on in, buddy. Alright, opponent at 13. Let's end the turn. Just keep this Murderous Rider up for any nastiness that happens to ensue. And they'll play Temple of Solace, and before even scrying, they will just give it on up. So we've got an inevitability machine. Hey, we ranked up in Platinum Tier 3. We're in Platinum Tier 3 again. I like this. I don't like that they go first. But we can get to Kethis here on turn 3. We've got Once Upon a Time, Questing Beasts, and all that, so... I mean, again, it looks like a good opener, but if nothing else, we finally ran into aggro, kids. All right, we're done. All right, so yeah, bup. I'll take the Druid, I think. It's probably just the right play, even though we don't have the black sources for it to take the Murderous Rider. But I'm gonna take the Druid and see if we can block something other than 10-3 Dodger in the next couple of turns. Or we can just try to Druid into Questing Beast, go above what they're doing. But this is definitely Calamity. I mean, you don't play 10-3 Dodger if you're not playing Calamity. But this is the deck I feared the most when building this deck. Like, this is the deck that just completely tears us apart. So I don't have a good feeling about this one, y'all. Let's go ahead and go down to 17. They did not light up the stage. I'm a little surprised by that. Let's Plains. And just say go. Excuse me. This is supposed to be where Paragon shines right here. Cavalcade of Calamity. Oh boy. Must be their last land. But I guess it doesn't matter at this point. Resolve. Resolve. Black Lance Paragon. Alright. I guess we'll block one of them. Gain some life. And then we'll Kethis. Okay. Okay, it could be better, but it's alright. Risk factor. Y'all still playing risk factor in these decks? Sure. Sure, have it. God, risk factor. It's such a disgusting card. It's like, about 2 months into it being available, everyone playing Mono Red was like, nah, risk factor's actually a bad card. I don't like it, but like, what are you talking about? Like, what? How is risk factor a bad card, like, ever? I don't really understand, but okay. Alright, off to the races, I guess. Alright. 13-11. They get their 1-1. Torbrand? Come on, go ahead and Torbrand. I want you to so bad. It would be so awesome if you Torbrand. Alright, they're just going to risk factor. Get rid of a Spear Spewer. I think 7-6-5 is what we'll go down to. 4-3-2-1. Really 2. Skewer the Critics kills us next turn. You draw your 3. I tell you what, you draw your 3. You've only got 1 more mana left this turn. And with that, okay, Scorch Spitter. I figured it'd be like Light of the Stage or something, but nope. Okay. That's not bad. Gilded Goose actually isn't bad. Alright, so let's come on in here. Bop, bop. Put him at 6. Gilded Goose. Honk. P. Diddy. OG Tune. Alright, so they're definitely on the back foot here, but Torbrand. Oh, you. Alright, so God. Bam. Alright, we're at -1. Jeez. Wait, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, because Scorch Spitter. Oh my God. Look at that. We were like a turn away, y'all. Torbrand. And we had called it the turn before that, and it still didn't happen. Ah, jeez. We got a Ravnica Allegiance pack in there randomly somewhere. Let's see what the rare is. A Simic. Oh, don't forget that Simic Ascendancy is in the format, everybody. Well, let's go back over this deck and see what's up. I had way more success. Way more with this 4-color Wolves the other day, yesterday, when I was messing around with it, and it's like objectively worse. It is. I'll play that one on camera at some point soon, but wow, Abzan King did not really go down the way we wanted it to today. Also, let me go back to the decks one more time. Patrons know this, but in case you didn't know, Smitten Shotgun is our next deck tech, and then gameplay shortly after that. Although I might do gameplay and deck tech at the same time. Not sure. But in any case, Abzan King. Let's see, where did we go wrong here? Well, again, what we're trying to do is get fast starts into Nissa and Questing Beast, you know, and even Kenrith, and we got those. Like in the couple of games, we were able to get these big things, but opponents are just stacked with removal for our stuff right now. So the end, it just didn't go over very well. The mana wasn't too bad either, you know. Like the horrible, like heart-wrenching thing is that the deck actually performed mostly the way I wanted it to. We were never actually able to get any value off of Kethis' second ability, which kind of sucked. But for the most part, the deck was doing what I wanted to do. After board, you get Noxious Grasp, a couple of other cards you want to throw in there, but like Noxious Grasp is just the best. It's the best sideboard card in the format right now, so I'm actually thinking about main decking that stupid thing, like maybe even over Blacklands Paragon, but Paragon did some of the work we wanted it to do. It just like, none of it really worked out the way we wanted it to in the long run, you know. Kenrith just gets killed on sight, Questing Beast killed on sight, Liliana were never sighted, and Garrick never sighted, so, you know. But if you did enjoy this deck and you got some faith in it, then check out the first link in the description. Go over to TCG Player, check out the deck list there. Like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet for more content like this. The old Smitten Shotgun deck coming out tomorrow as we move through the schedule of the week here. Yeah, I'll be talking about all the stuff, the bannings, and all that. The Pioneer format, which is probably what a lot of people are spending their day on Wednesday watching. But just in case you did spend some time with me today, I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. That's awesome. If you want to, the best way to support content like this is to hit the link in the description to go to the Patreon, or just patreon.com/SBMTG. Put $1 in there every month. That's all I really ask of you. Helps out the channel more than you can possibly imagine. And I'll let you vote on what you want to see next. So get in there, and I suppose I will catch you cats later. I'm Dev from the place. Thanks for watching, my wizards. Spread love and be kind.